Look in the mirror, don't know what to say, but I'm happy the man I is.
Goddamn, we back at it, and finally, Bruno Mars and it's a Paak, Silk Sonic. The album is finally here. The evening with Silk Sonic, man. Bruno Mars and it's a Paak released 3 singles so far. Well, technically 4 if you count the intro, but 3 banger of a singles. Leave the Door Open, the first one, absolutely insane. Skate was alright to me. Skate was alright. It had the powerfulness that Leave the Door Open. And then last week we got Smoking Out the Window, which had the same ferocity that Leave the Door Open had. And now we have the album. It was like releasing Leave the Door Open back in March. I'm thinking it's gonna be a summertime banger. Didn't get it. We got Skate in August. Like I said, Skate was alright to me. And then rumors came out that the album was pushed back to 2022. And then all of a sudden, it's coming out November 12th. That is November 12th is today. So excited, man. It's a 9-track album, well 8 tracks if you count the intro. Intro is just very minuscule and not too incohesive with the whole entire project. But we gotten 3 other singles, Leave the Door Open, Skate, and Spoken Out the Window, like I've said. So I'm like, it's a short project. Like I said, 9 songs, 30 minutes or less. I'm thinking probably the other songs gonna combine about 20 minutes or so. So I'm like, why not do a full reaction review? Bruno Mars and it's a Paak, musical geniuses in this generation. Obviously, Bruno Mars has been doing this for significantly longer than Anderson .Paak has. But I know the way they make music, the way they create music and make sounds, and just like having them come together, it's just absolutely insane. And the 3 singles they released so far, Leave the Door Open, Skate, and then Smoking Out the Window, absolutely crazy bangers. It's something just having the powerfulness, the way they create music, Bruno Mars and it's a Paak coming together is just absolutely insane. So with all that talking, let's get into this full reaction, full review. An Evening for Silk Sonic by Bruno Mars and it's a Paak and Silk Sonic. Let's hop into it. Okay, intro, we already heard. Leave the Door Open. Like I said, Leave the Door Open, absolutely powerful track. Absolutely solidified that this album is going to be absolutely insane. But the next track after that is Fly As Me. I've heard from some people that's across the world that's living in the future right now that Fly As Me is absolutely a solid track. So without further ado, Bruno Mars and it's a Paak, Silk Sonic, Fly As Me. Hitting us with a little funk. Hitting us with a little funk. Okay. Not the horns. Okay. Before you go in, it's a Paak. Just the production alone, from the live instrumentals, the horns, the drums, the hi-hats. It's all hidden. And it's a Paak. Take it away.
Now, have you ever been with a player? Take you downtown where they treat me like the main. Take you need a spatula, everything catered. Extra flavor. Go ahead, sprinkle some truffle on your mashed potatoes. I'm trying to learn. Is you gonna look here? I don't ask for much.
Yo!
All you gotta do is meet me halfway down.
Oh, then they brung in Bruno Mars with the vocal. Oh, yo, this album could easily be album of the year. Like, it's November. We have a collection of albums that came out, especially the last like 4 or 5 months or so, that been battling against each other for album of the year. And just like Bruno Mars and it's a Paak been keeping this album in their back pocket, like they just don't know that this album's gonna be absolutely insane. And this track right here already, man, we're over a minute in this track and it's already like absolute banger. The production, the way Anderson .Paak is sliding, the way Bruno Mars is coming in. I think the chorus is about to happen. Let's continue.
Now Silk Sonic smooth like a mat, float like a butterfly on every single track, and complimentary from a 1977 Monte Carlo. Hard act to follow. It's showtime, trying to boo you up like it's the Apollo. You're all suspicious.
Yo, Anderson, I think this track just solidified, like puts like, we all know how the greatness that Bruno Mars have. I think Anderson .Paak is definitely one of those underrated artists, and I just know this album is gonna put him on the map. And I think this track alone is for him. We only heard Bruno Mars for like a brief second, and then of course the chorus. I think this track is for Anderson .Paak to just go all out, go in absolute flex. He's sliding. He's snapping right now, y'all. He's snapping right now.
I really don't care. I just want what's fair. Look here. I do it. Maybe halfway there. I deserve to be. Let's get it. If you don't know what we talking about, I'ma have the whole band help me spell it out. Yeah. If you don't L-L-Y. You ain't never seen nobody this. Fly. You ain't never seen nobody this.
Fly! Hear Bruno in the background? And that's Bruno Mars, and it's a part that's Fly As Me, absolute banger of a track. Like I said, I think that was mostly all Anderson .Paak. That was like 2 or 3 verses by him. And then we had Bruno Mars. It's interesting to hear Bruno Mars as a supporting role. We always used to hearing him as a dominating factor on the track, and I think Leave the Door Open, he was definitely a dominating factor on that track. Skate was like Anderson .Paak, and then Bruno Mars, and then Smoking Out the Window is kind of like the same. But this track right here was definitely for Anderson .Paak to just go all out and snap and have Bruno Mars to supporting role, and that track was an absolute banger. Next track we got up next is After Last Night, which has Thundercat, which I was expecting Thundercat to be on this album, and he's gonna this track is probably gonna put him on the map more so. Bootsy Collins, which I have no idea is on there, and Thundercat. I know that Thundercat was perfect. I'm very surprised that these are the only features that's on this project is Thundercat and Bootsy Collins. I was expecting more, maybe a total of 5 people will be on here. Like I think maybe Frank Ocean, Andre 3K, who else? The Weeknd. Like I thought it could be a lot of decent people to probably be on this project, but these are only 2. So this Fly As Me, definitely a banger. Let's move on to the next track, After Last Night. Oh, they trying to get they trying to hit us with the baby making music, nice and slow down. Got the female voice coming in, all seductive, all sexual. I know where this track is going.
You just made me feel. Was it good for you?
Ooh, baby.
This with the woo woo woo. Oh. This album is just perfection, just absolute perfection.
Those days are through. Those days are over, baby. You put it on me like I never felt before. After last night.
Oh, the way he came in.
I'll see you again.
Not the sucky. My God.
You put it on me like I never felt before. That gushy, good girl, I want some more. After last night. After. Come on.
And that's After Last Night. That is absolutely, bro. You know how many 2022 babies gonna be? There's gonna be so many 2022 babies conceived through this song. Oh my God, Thundercat and Boosie Collins coming on that track for for Anderson .Paak and Bruno. I'm just thinking about how many babies are going to be conceived to this song. Absolute banger. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, this album is insane. Next track is Smoking Out the Window. I've already done a reaction to that track, so if you want to check it out, there'll be a tab up here. I'll probably put links in the description. I already did the reaction to Leave the Door Open, Skate, and then Smoking Out the Window. So if you want to check out my specific reactions to those, it'll be linked down probably in the description and then up here. So Smoking Out the Window, like I said, absolute banger track. Next track we got is Put On a Smile. This album is perfection already, y'all. It's perfection already.
I could pretend when I'm out with my friends I ain't thinking about you. Like everything's okay. Oh, now I try to be the love of the party. Oh, now.
Oh my, like the one thing I'm like really like hit me is like whoever is like opening the track does a solid job, but then like either Bruno Mars or Anderson .Paak, depending on who is opening up, whoever comes on next just comes out of nowhere with their vocals. It just hits you in the face. It's just the transition, the handoff. It's like a quarterback handing it off to the running back. It's just so smooth, just so perfect. It's every time. If Anderson .Paak is opening up, Bruno Mars just comes in. If Bruno Mars is opening up, Anderson .Paak just comes in. It's just a perfect handoff, perfect transition to the next. It's album. It's crazy. It's crazy. The way he was building up, I'm like, so he about to hit a high note. He about to murder this high note, and I didn't even let him finish the high note. I just knew the high note was coming, and it was gonna be hit so eloquently, so eloquently. Keep hitting that high note. Keep hitting that high note. And that's Put On a Smile, absolute banger track. That's a love heartfelt track right there. Bruno Mars, man, that man's vocals profound on this track. He was definitely flexing his vocals, the way he was hitting them high notes, the way he was coming on. It's just this album, y'all. We got 3 tracks, no, well technically 2 tracks left because I already listened to Skate. We got 777 coming up next. But yeah, Put On a Smile, very heartfelt. Definitely Bruno Mars flexing his vocal capabilities there. My goodness, that man, that is a generational talent right there in Bruno Mars. That is just, my goodness, oh God. Next track we got coming up is 777. Call God or something? I don't know. If you want more content, become a Patreon member. Get access to Spotify playlists, full reaction reviews with no cuts, and more exclusive content. Click the link down below in the description. Become a Patreon member today. Now, let's hop back in the video. definitely a switch up from the rest of the tracks on the album. This is definitely having a good time. And as a Paak opened up strong as always with his up. This is like very down Anderson .Paak's lane. If you ever listen to Anderson .Paak's music, this is definitely down his lane. It seems like this track is very short too. It's less than 3 minutes. All the other tracks have been like 4.5, almost 5 minutes long. So this is definitely. It seems like it's gonna be his track again, where he's dominating on his style of sound. And it's gonna be him having a good time. He's already sliding with this up tempo beat, his up tempo flow. He's sliding again. Anderson .Paak sliding again. And that's 777, brilliant track. Definitely a switch up from the rest of the album. Nice up tempo, nice fast paced beat there. All the other tracks have been slow paced a little bit of medium pace. That was definitely well paced, fast paced, different from the other tracks. Definitely enjoyed that. And it's a Paak sliding as well. Bruno Mars continuing with his vocal paralysis, just shining on his vocals right there. Just one good high note that we got there for Bruno Mars. Of course, he's always going to fantastic hit those high notes. We go on to the last track. The next track is actually Skate, but once again, I've already reacted to Skate, so you want to check it out. The video will be down there, be a tab up here. But the last track we got is Blast Off. The last track is Blast Off, so it's the last track closing out this brilliant album. I'm gonna say my reservations for the end of the video is to give my full reaction, first full reaction of the whole album, but this album is just greatness. It's just pure greatness. So let's hop on to the last track, Blast Off.
Clouds are blowing, don't know where we're going. Colors just like rainbows in summer. Got us smiling like I'm let's tiptoe to a kiss the moon tonight. Into the sky as we're flying stars on.
You remember what I said when they handed off? The way Anderson .Paak just handed off to Bruno Mars, and him just. This is just well made, well thought out. Just my goodness, my goodness.
How we be fools to look down. Shapes falling right now. Let's tiptoe to a magical place.
They hit us with the guitar solo, with the space sounds going off, spaceship, lasers, big Star Wars sounds going off too. It's just well created, well produced, well thought. Just this album is great. It's just.
Let's tiptoe to a magical place. Fly with me into the sky.
Sending love from up above. Happy trails, Baba.
And that's An Evening with Silk Sonic by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic. Absolute banger of an album. Absolutely solid. 9 tracks, 8 if you don't count the intro. Banger after banger after banger. We got variety. We got a lot of funk, jazz, pop, hip hop, R&B, baby making music, just all of it. Just absolute perfection. We got 2 other features, Thundercat and Bootsy Collins, which is very surprising. I thought it was gonna be a few more features, but probably would create a longer album. But what we got, absolute solid. I'm gonna say it, we're out the gate. First listen, it's album of the year. It's just from Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak alone, I just knew it was gonna be an absolute crazy album. But then the production on it was absolutely solid. The production from the tracks, the live instrumentals, the different sounds, effects, everything they added into just the underlying bass of the tracks. Like I said multiple times, the way whoever opened up the track and then the other artists would come in and just the transition was always so smooth. The way Anderson .Paak was sliding on some of his songs, Fly As Me, 777, definitely his dominated tracks. He was absolutely sliding on those, especially his Fly As Me. Bruno Mars, his perfection in voice, his perfection in the way he just, his vocal inflections, just like, y'all listen to it on your own time, and then watch this reaction video. Y'all watch, y'all listen, y'all see the perfection here. Like, to call an album of the year on the first listen just shows how profound this album is, and it's just gonna be, I don't know, it's just perfection. It's just like every track is a banger. I think to say like my least favorite track on the whole album is Skate, and that's still a great solid song, but that's just my least favorite. But every other track is an absolute banger. Leave the Door Open, banger. Fly As Me, Anderson .Paak, absolutely sliding, banger. After Last Night, baby music, making music. There's gonna be a lot of 2022 babies made from After Last Night. Smoking Out the Window, banger. Put On a Smile, banger. Anderson .Paak on 777, sliding, banger. Like I said, Skate was like bottom tier for me, but still a great song. And then Blast Off to carry it off the rest of the album, to cap it off, send it into outer space, say we created this masterpiece for y'all, thoroughly enjoy this for the rest of the year, enjoy the rest of the time. Maybe we hope and see Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic come together for another project in the future. That remains to be seen. But like I said, this is the album of the year for me. I've had to rate it first listen. I guess no album can be perfect, but this is damn near perfect. I would give it a 9.999999 out of 10. Bruno Mars, absolutely crazy. Anderson .Paak on it, absolutely crazy. I can't wait to see what this album does for Anderson .Paak, put him on the map more and more, because he's definitely one of the most underrated artists in my personal opinion. But hopefully this just put him on a pedestal on a whole nother level, because the way he absolutely put his whole heart and soul into many of these songs, especially Fly As Me 777, we had the chance to actually show his prowess. Everyone that worked on this album, from the live instrumentals, extra vocals, the features in Thundercat and Bootsy Collins, just all coming together to create this absolutely solid album. Is just absolutely insane. The Evening with Silk Sonic is definitely, as of right now, which I don't think it's going to probably change, is album of the year of 2021 for me so far. Probably not going to change. It's An Evening with Silk Sonic. So, if you like the video, please like the video. I got more content like this always coming soon. What a crazy album. Album of the year for me. See you next video. Peace.